Hello friends, welcome to my channel Spark FAQs. In this channel, I am sharing my knowledge with respect to Apache Spark and its ecosystem components. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking this button called subscribe and click on bell button and to get notification whenever I add new videos. Please share this information to friends to help large learning community. So let's get started. What we are going to learn in this classes or in this video is, so there is a component called Apache or Airflow, which is a platform created by the community to programmatically author, schedule, and monitor workflows. Right. So it's a component for scheduling your workflows. What is basically workflow? It's maybe a set of jobs which you want to schedule it and monitor it. Okay. So earlier, when all this orchestration or scheduling components or those the scheduling all in the set of configurations. The configurations are in the form of files. So it can be a normal properties files and some XML files or JSON files. So that's what the earlier workflow management tools are work. Like you can think of as a open source. One of the open source workflow management tool is called Oozie. It's made up of there we schedule our components or jobs in terms of property files and the configuration XML files. So in Airflow, what they did is they make all your configuration in form of programs. So you write a programs to configure job, run that program, it will go and schedule and monitor your jobs. Right? That's how Airflow works. So we are going to install that Apache Airflow on our EC2 instance, which I created for installing various big data components. So this is in this video is going to be part of that big list of installing open source components with in a EC2 instance with a very low cost. So take the IP address of this EC2 instance. We can actually open this using a put utility, right? So once you have it here, so basically what you need to what is the prerequisite for Airflow is a Python. So Python has to be installed. So you can verify the Python version, Python hyphen uh, uh, Python space hyphen version. So basically, or you can just type Python. So it will say what distribution of Python you are using. So I'm using Anaconda distribution of Python, right? So it's better to install the Airflow is basically a uh, uh, is a Python, one of the Python package, right? Which this component comes as a Python package. So you need to install a package called Apache Airflow. So if you install that, the Airflow will be ready for you to uh, uh, schedule your jobs and monitor everything. So for that, generally, we don't want to go and directly install this package on the root installation of Python. Instead, we want to create a Python virtual environment. Okay, so that it can be a separate isolation environment which will have only uh, uh, the Apache Airflow. So we can maintain that virtual environment for Apache Airflow or related packages. So for that reason, we are going to create uh, this Python virtual environment. So we name it as data making. So let's run this to create a Python virtual environment. Sorry. So it's trying to create. So the command to create a Python environment, Python virtual environment in Anaconda distribution is conda create -n, and you give the name of the virtual environment, and then give the Python version and end in the end Anaconda. So it is going to create a Python virtual environment. Its name called data making. Then what we will do is we will be activating that virtual environment using the command called source activate data making. Let this get create. So it will generally takes a couple of minutes to do that. preparing. So basically from the root Python installation, it will take all the libraries and packages needed for Python installation. It will create a separate environment. That's how the Python virtual environment is created. Let's wait for some time. So meanwhile, I'll just give you a brief understanding about Airflow. So as I mentioned, it's Airflow makes a DAG, direct acyclic graph. So each node in that represents a particular job. Okay, so you create a DAG, and also each node actually here we call it as operators. So say example, if you want to run a Python file, or it can be a simple shell script file using this Airflow. So you can have to create a DAG, and you need to use a, say example, if you want to run a shell script, I can use a shell script bash operator. So operator is nothing but a kind of module which will run the shell script. So similarly, you can create there Apache Airflow provides n number of operators. Like submitting your Spark job, it needs Spark submit operator. Similarly, so we look here, it's already created. So I'll just create a activate my virtual environment, which is a data making. So you see here, that is environment name is coming. So here whatever I install, this package only available on this only environment, data making Python virtual environment. So now I will go and install pip install Apache Airflow. Okay, it's a base. I told you it's a Python package, right? It install downloading the Python package and installing it. So it has different dependency Python packages. So that's why it is going downloading those packages and installing it. It is successfully installing some of the softwares. Yeah, it is done, right? So Python, the Apache Airflow is installed. So first thing is we need to do initialize the DB. Okay, so Airflow, we schedule our jobs, right? So we schedule our jobs in the form of workflows or DAGs. So it maintains the metadata in a relational database. Okay, so we can, by default it uses the SQLite 3 relational database. If you want to use other relational database like MySQL or Postgres, you can configure and use that. So first we need to initialize this DB using the command called airflow initdb. You run it here. So they're saying this is deprecated. Instead, they are asking to use a Airflow DB in it. Okay, I will also make note of it. This is deprecated. Deprecated. Let's use this. Okay, so I will run this command airflow db. It's running that all this setup things. So it's initialized. Okay, so you will see that actually the in the home directory, I am in a home directory, /home, my username is Ubuntu. You will see the Airflow folder. So that's basically a home folder of Apache Airflow. And now you can run your web server. So basically Airflow has two important components. One is a scheduler, another is a web server. So web server is for a dashboard to monitor your jobs. Scheduler is the one which takes whatever the workflow or DAG you schedule it. The scheduler will take care of scheduling the jobs. So we need to run both. So say example, so I'm actually I want to configure it on 8070. By default 8080, but I used for other components, so I want to use it for 8070. For that we need to add the firewall rule. Just go to the EC2 instance dashboard and go to the security group, and here you come back open this security group, edit your inbound rule. So earlier I used the different ports for different components. Now I will use 8070 and public access only for this. Then save the rule and you just come and verify. Yeah, 8070 is added, right? Fine. Now okay, just now so I should be able to access that once I start the web server. So once I start this is if you this one is if not it started. If your virtual environment is not started, you can just start that. Activated. If not activated, then you can activate that. So I'll just run this in a so if you run like this, it will open a so web server. So it will run the things in the foreground. If you want to run in a background as a background process, you can run as -d. So it is launching on the 8070 port. Let me open one more terminal, and also here you come here, take this IP address and 80701 which we are going to access it, http://8070. So it is launching the Airflow. Okay, Airflow dashboard. Sorry, yeah, Airflow dashboard is launching. The user ID password. Okay, I think it is admin. Let me try admin. No. Okay, Airflow default user ID password. Okay, so they were saying he can from 2.0 you need to create the user ID password. Okay, so there is a command to do that. Let's do this. Okay, take this. Okay, so how we are going to create? We are going to run this command. So basically, Airflow space users and space create. Role is we keep -- role as admin. Username is admin. Email as I'll just keep Spark FAQs. sparkfaqs@gmail.com and first name admin, last name also admin, password also admin. We'll just keep this, right? For simplicity sake, we just keep admin for user ID password, right? So take this and run this command. The another terminal airflow command not found. Okay, so I am in the not in this data making. So still environment. So source activate data making. It's our virtual environment, Python virtual environment. So run this command now. So it says admin user admin is created. Now let's log in with that. Admin password also admin. So it is created, you see. So it created the nice dashboard, right? So this is the dashboard of Apache Airflow. So here you can monitor our DAX or workflows. So it says schedulers does not appears to be running. Yes, we not yet run the schedulers again. So scheduler also you can run it on background thread or foreground. So let's just run Airflow scheduler. So by default it uses the production deployment, the service production. For production they are using to use a different thing. Sorry, debug mode is running on debug mode. Debug mode is off. Okay. Yeah, so this is also running, scheduler is also running successfully. Just refresh here, this message should go off. Yeah, so we are successfully able to install the Apache Airflow and run our web server and scheduler and check it out this job is. So if you want to just check this job, you can just go to this, click on this, and you can understand it's the DAG information and graphical representation of that here. This is our DAG, direct acyclic graph, and you can task duration. There are a lot of information you can go and check. You can create variables, connections. So there are a lot of components in Airflow. We will see in the future session. So the idea was to how to just explain you how to install the Apache Airflow. That's done. So you can run this command Airflow DAX list. Let me open one more just to we already seeing through the dashboard. Source activate data making. See here, whatever you are seeing in the dashboard, you are seeing in the command line also. All this DAG ID, file path, owner, whether it is passed or running. I hope this video is helpful to understand how to install a Apache Airflow on EC2 instance. Please subscribe to my channel and click on bell button to get notification whenever a new videos. Please share this information to your friends to help a larger learning community. Let's come up with a new video in the next session. Thank you so much, friends.